Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into a story that, well, it completely redefines the whole concept of loyalty. We're going to look at the remarkable, and I mean absolutely unbelievable, true story of Buddy. He's a golden retriever who, without fail, ran to the exact same suburban bus stop every single afternoon. It's this incredible tale of devotion, but also a profound mystery from Buddy's perspective. Because you see, the person he was waiting for just wasn't coming home anymore. So let's explore exactly what happened here. Okay, let's dive into this by establishing the foundation of their bond. The 3 o'clock ritual. Buddy wasn't just, going to the bus stop for the sake of it. He was waiting for his absolute best friend in the whole world, a 10-year-old boy named Ethan. This wasn't some chore for Buddy, right? It was literally the highlight of his day. Just a joyful, crazy energetic daily routine where a quiet afternoon gave way to pure, unadulterated happiness. And this routine, it ran like absolute clockwork. 3 p.m. every single day at exactly 3 o'clock, that classic yellow school bus would pull up to the quiet stop, the doors would swing open, and 10-year-old Ethan would step off. And Ethan didn't just walk off that bus. He arrived with this huge, radiant smile that completely matched Buddy's boundless enthusiasm. From that exact moment, the two of them would just tear across the neighborhood, literally racing each other all the way home. It was perfect. But as we all know, life is rarely static. The disruption. One day, that perfect 3 p.m. routine was just broken. Out of nowhere, Ethan's family moved away to an entirely different state. Now, as humans, we get logistics, right? We understand packing boxes, moving trucks, saying our goodbyes. But Buddy, he couldn't comprehend any of that. To him, the literal center of his universe simply vanished. His best friend never came back, and there was just no way to explain to a golden retriever why that familiar bus no longer carried the boy with the huge smile. And this brilliantly illustrates the agonizing transition Buddy went through. We start off with those daily races home, just full of life and energy. Then the sudden drop-off, Ethan moving away. But day in and day out, rain or shine, Buddy made his way back to that exact same spot at the bus stop, even waiting in the pouring rain. He was completely unyielding. His internal clock still struck 3 p.m., and his heart, it still expected Ethan. He kept his vigil, day in and day out, marking the passage of almost 2 whole years. 2 incredibly long years. Just let the weight of that number sink in for a second. For nearly 2 full years, through changing seasons, through blistering heat and freezing rain, Buddy sat at that quiet suburban bus stop. Think about that. That is hundreds and hundreds of afternoons waiting at the exact same spot, watching the doors of the bus open, only to see complete strangers step off. His loyalty never wavered, not even for a single afternoon. Which leads us to the ultimate question, the one that just must have been echoing in the quiet moments of Buddy's daily vigil. Would his best friend ever return? I mean, after so much time had passed, the neighborhood had probably gotten totally used to seeing this lone golden retriever sitting at the stop. It seemed impossible. Would this remarkable, steadfast loyalty ever actually be rewarded? Or was Buddy just destined to wait forever? And then, no way, it actually happened. The ultimate surprise reunion. After almost 2 entire years of waiting, the familiar sound of air brakes hissed at the corner. The bus stopped, but this time, it wasn't a stranger. Ethan had returned. Now, he was taller, right? A teenager now. but he had traveled all the way back specifically to surprise the best friend he had left behind. Let's move to and see how this builds into an absolutely beautiful, tear-jerking sequence. The familiar bus stops, teenage Ethan steps off onto the pavement, and the moment Buddy's eyes lock onto Ethan, the dog doesn't hesitate for a microsecond. He sprints across the grass, closing the distance of 2 whole years in a matter of heartbeats, with actual tears in his eyes. And finally, this incredible emotional leap right into Ethan's arms. It was like a slow-motion, beautiful reunion right there under the setting sun. They were finally brought back together. A dog's unyielding love. You know, this story is so much more than just a boy and his pet. It's a profound testament to the sheer depth of canine devotion. It kind of forces us to look at the way we love and the way dogs love, extracting this deeply philosophical lesson from a simple, everyday bus stop in the suburbs. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how sharply it contrasts our two worlds. Human concerns, like when Ethan moved, the humans worried about time, they worried about money, they stressed over the physical distance between the two states. But what dogs remember? It's entirely different. Dogs do not care about any of those complex logistics. They don't track the miles, they don't count the dollars, they only remember love. That pure, simple, unbreakable emotion is quite literally the only currency Buddy ever cared about. So the crucial point is this: a dog's love never gives up. If this story touched your heart at all, think about the companions in your own life. Do we possess that same unyielding, rain or shine kind of loyalty in our own relationships? Take this lesson from Buddy, hold it close, and maybe share it with someone who loves dogs and truly understands the meaning of devotion. Because honestly, what would happen if we all loved a little more like Buddy? Until next time, keep learning and keep looking for the extraordinary